Hola, hola, people. What's happening? Another day, another Sunday. Up in here, up in here. Folks, today we have some good information for you guys. Well, let's get into the ad so we get straight into the information. I don't know what that just came out. But we're going to get into the ad and then get into the information. Woo! Got that out. Now available, ebooks and e-workbooks to mentally and emotionally prepare you to visit, repatriate, or buy land in the motherland. And the authentic handmade kente cloth I got from Kumasi, Ghana is now a home decor line made by yours truly. Get a piece of the motherland until you can visit yourself. Click the link in the to visit my store. Folks, today is a good day. Let's get this chat going. Who's calling and tuning in from where? Okay, we have BW. We're early. You beat me to my own live stream. And BCB, Chicago checking in. Black Wolf, the early bird catches the worm. Yep, and I got your message for reply. Yes, BCB. Next week, should I tell them BCB what I'm trying to do? Maybe I'll hold off on that. Okay, but folks, the chat is working. We are live and we are breathing. Let's talk about the schedule for today so you guys know what we're going to be doing. Boom. Today, of course, I always start with appreciation, and we have a little bit of house cleaning. There's some things I want to talk to you guys about, to the small but mighty crew. And then second, the mission. For all the newbies, folks, we've had a lot of new people join since September. And I appreciate all the oldies but goodies coming in and still hanging with me. But there's going to be some things I repeat a lot, especially my story, because we got new people joining the small but mighty crew, which eventually we won't be small anymore. So I'm excited about that. Then I'm going to talk to you guys about the 5 ways. What's the title? 5 ways to navigate and join Ghana so you don't have to compromise your experience. Because what? Daddy December is here. And for those that are new or haven't been to Ghana during Deti December, there's some things you need to know so you don't have to compromise your experience. Hey, Magotsi. Okay, then after that, question and answer. So today's going to be pretty straight to the point, just like last week. But you know how we do. We start talking and sometimes we veer off, but it's always a good veer. And then we come back and we look up and 2 hours have passed by, which I love that. Thank you guys for hanging with me and just, talking to me. Because, if you guys didn't show up, I'd be a loser. Okay. Okay. So appreciation as always. Let's start with that. Thank you, Team Heart. Angela Adams, $25 a month. Andrew Graham, we still don't know who you are, sir. Show yourself. But regardless, thank you, Andrew Graham, for your monthly contribution. Team Gold, Outdated Coker with the $10 a month. BCB, an amazing Amar Ree. I thank you guys. Truly, truly, truly. Okay. Someone said something? No? Okay. And then let's thank Community Spotlight, folks. Derek Burton, over 100 comments plus. Blueprint, Magotsi 31, Business, Jules N. Tolokli, and iTuber 02012. Community Spotlight, weekly highlight of your most engaged audience members, including your top commenters. Folks, these people be going in the comments, right? And I'm grateful. I'm grateful for that because, folks, engagement is everything. Participation is everything. So every time you chat, every time you hit the like button, it basically promotes me to YouTube land for more people to see. And folks, this page is really like a community service page, really. Would you guys agree with that? It's like a community service page. And so that's why I have no shame saying share and like, because the stuff we talk about these people, tens of thousands of dollars and years off their life, right? Emotionally, mentally, financially, I'm telling you, physically, folks, we get down on this page, and we've made governmental impact, right? And I'll talk about that on another live, but for those who know, we put petitions together, we get things to change. Now the next step is, can I get my deed? How about that? Can I get my deed? When will we? When will I? Right? It's funny because once I get my certificate to the beachfront land, I think we're all gonna feel like we won. Because it's been crazy. So the land I'm referencing is this, the beachfront land in Central Region. Folks, the first land, scam in a handbag, but this land, there's still hope for this land. So, and that's how my page started, folks. That's how my page started. So thank you to all those that engage, positive or negative comments. It doesn't matter. YouTube sees it as engagement and promotes me more. So, whenever you see me in the comments put AB, that means algorithm blesser. So the ones that go off in the comments, thank you for your contribution, AB. That's what that means. Because regardless if you're mad or not, you're blessing me. So keep on being mad and comment. I appreciate those too. Another one, people that have joined my newsletter, a community of Black folks taking an unveiled look at Africa. Ooh, that was low-key poetic, Magotsi. An unveiled look at Africa. Really? Pull past the veil, pull the veil back, and we get to see the truth, okay? Because I don't know about you, but I don't like being played. I don't like being lied to. I don't like being emotionally played with. And that's why, my mission. I'll lead that right into my mission. My mission here, for those that are new, is to bridge the emotional, educational, and cultural gap for those who want to visit, repatriate, or do business in the motherland. Okay, so I started my page with basically vlogging my experience. Did not know it was going to take such crazy turns. Okay, but through that, we've built an awesome community. We've made impact, and yeah, we should be proud of the work that we have done. So yes, this is a community channel. Right. Whenever I'm definitely going to bring in more people in the community, like I did with BW. Was it 2 weeks ago? Yeah, 2 weeks ago. Bring people that have real life stories. Bring people that have actually lived on the land, that can talk to us from a different perspective, not just sell us, but what's really going on. Okay, let's talk. That's what this page is about. What's really going on with us? Number one, right? This being, over emotional, rose colored glasses, right? The come back to Africa narrative, which is cool, but what is the real truth, right? Because there's always a hidden motive. People, the connection is they try to sell us something, but I don't have land to sell you guys. So I'm literally here as a community effort. Yes. So that is a mission. So if you ever figure out what is Leslie's channel about, that's what it's about. My own personal journey and sharing my experiences, and us contributing to each other's journey and sharing our story so we can, jump over these loopholes and not be emotionally imbalanced. And because folks, we've been making some bad decisions as a community. Have we not? Right? So each one, teach one. BW, Ghana is a beautiful and culturally rich country with diverse attractions. Yes, yes. And you want to be prepared. Be prepared. What's that song? Be prepared. Is that a Lion King? Anyways, you want to be prepared. Because it's not like you can hop, skip, and jump over there as easily as you can do in Europe, right? Going to these European countries or coming to the United States. It's a different culture and it's diverse. And the more you know, the more prepared you are, the better your experience is going to be. And that's why I'm doing this live. Because folks, you're gonna go to Ghana regardless. Regardless if I continue to do lives or not, regardless if anyone continues to do videos and share their stories, you're going to go, right? Betty December is here. Well, I think everything starts next week. Yeah, all the which I'm going to get into too. So I'm even going to share the schedule. Oh, it's the Lion King. Okay. I'm even going to share some schedule. So if you don't know the schedule and you're headed to Ghana literally this week or next week, I have the schedule for you guys. So I'm gonna share that towards the end. Okay. So today's live stream is about Dumsor. Who knows what Dumsor is? Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat because we always have veterans in the game in my chat box. What is Dumsor? Dumsor. Let me write it. Let me type it real quick. Dumsor. What is Dumsor? Oh, I forgot to tell you guys. Folks, you guys been clowning me. I finally have glasses. I don't have to squint anymore. Literally means off and on. Folks, I got glasses now. How long have I been live streaming? For like over 3 years now. And folks, people are like, when are you gonna get your glasses? When are you gonna get your glasses? Folks, I have glasses and I have blue light. Can you see the blue light? Boom. So I can see. Ooh, I even see clear right now. Mahama has won the election there, as predicted. Is that the leeway we're taking? BCB. I was talking to a couple of people today, and one's not happy. One's not happy at all. But his position doesn't depend on who's in office. So he'll actually be meeting with the president soon. And but yeah, it is what it is. I'm not a citizen there, so I'm not impacted in the ways that other people are. BCB, are you impacted? Dumsor is block party time. That's funny, Afro Talk. Basically, just like my title, blackout, when the electricity goes out. So you guys, hey Mimi, people that are headed out to Ghana for Deti December, you're going to have fun, you're going to enjoy your time, but guess what? There's going to be blackouts, okay? There's going to be power outages when the electricity just done, right? And if you don't know this like I did it can impact your trip. So if it's your first time going or you've never encountered Dumsor, and you might not even encounter Dumsor when you go, but you need to know about it. So when you do, especially if it's your first time and it happens, you will not be caught off guard. Is the reflection too much? Let me know. My ring lights in my glasses. Okay. All right. So let's get into number one. The number one way. 5 ways to enjoy Ghana without compromising your experience. Number 1, plan ahead. Plan ahead, right? And the number 1 way to plan ahead, hey now, is I say get a curated company. Dumsor is a term for recurrent power outages that have plagued Ghana for decades. Dang, BW, plague! I know you're in the acting industry. Yeah, plan ahead. And the best way to do it is a curated trip, especially if you're a first timer. Hey, Overdue. Did I say that right? Overdue. If you're a first timer, I strongly suggest hiring a tour company to curate your trip because certain things like Dumsor, power outages, water going out, the people already know. So the people that are going to plan your trip already know these little things about, where you're going. And so they'll plan around that so you don't have to experience that, right? And my recommended company, the link is in the description box. But if you're like me and you like to hop, skip, and jump at whenever you want to, okay? It's different. You need to know, right? And I'll be getting into my personal story later, but this is the I'm gonna start this live of being politically correct. Okay, so planning ahead, either a curated trip or this is one recommendation. The Electricity Company of Ghana load shedding schedule. Did you guys know about this? Right? The load shedding schedule. What they're supposed to do is send you a schedule of the outage times. Like in the States, we get letters in the mail. This electricity will be out from this time to this time. Plan accordingly, right? So we know ahead of time. Technically, you're supposed to have a load shedding schedule, okay? From my research, 2024, Ghana Electricity Company did not provide that at all for 2024. The last one that was provided was 2023. And the 2023 one went viral in 2024 because people were assuming that it was the 2024 schedule, but it wasn't. They're like, no, it's fake. But yeah, it's supposed to be a load shedding schedule being sent out to the public, but there's no guarantee that it's, yeah. So I strongly encourage you guys, follow up with the Electricity Company of Ghana and see if they have a load shedding schedule so you can plan accordingly. See? Or just go somewhere with a generator. Because now, when I go to Ghana, if they don't have a generator, I'm not going. Nope. I already decided after my second trip. My second trip, I stayed in East Legon. It was what they consider a mansion there, and I was like, "What?" It was 15. Here goes my nose, folks. I don't know why my nose runs during live stream. It's crazy. My nose hasn't ran for years, but now it's running out. Anyways, yeah, so I stayed in an Airbnb because I always want to support the local community when I go anywhere, especially the motherland. And I had a room. I rented a room. I had a cleaner. I had what else? They cooked for me, so I provided the food, and they cooked. It was like, and guess how much I paid for it? Guess how much it was? It was only $15 a day, and I said, "Oh, I have arrived." Okay. Cooking, cleaning, what? I said, "Oh, this is it. This is what it's like to live with more than enough." Okay. And by day 2, I said, "Ooh," I was in the shower, folks. I was literally in the shower. Thank goodness I was towards the end. And the electricity went out. And the house help, is that the name? Is that how you call it? House help? Ooh. Hope that's not offensive. The house help came in and said, "Oh, the electricity's gone. I mean, off. By the time in the morning, everything should be back to normal." I was like, okay, because it's already like 10 p.m. I was already going to bed. Whatever. I woke up the next day and the electricity was still off. And folks, mind you, my second trip was when I bought the first land. So when I bought the first land, prior to actually buying the first land, I had meetings with people that I had to confirm and stuff. And I was looking, that's when I scheduled I think it was like 2 weeks. And I was just scheduling. I was like, I want to see land this whole entire trip. That didn't end up working out, but that trip was the trip I bought the Gamoa Feta land through the ACD, African Century Development, which that was scam in a handbag. But yeah, so that's when I learned about Dumsor. I had to go to the owner of the house, sit in his car, turn his car on just to charge my phone. I was like, I got appointments and stuff to confirm and meet with. I couldn't charge my laptop. What else? So the house help walked me down, and we just walked to like a little street plaza. And this one business was friendly enough to let me sit there and charge my phone in his little business. Right? It was a container, wires everywhere, and I just sat there and charged my phone. And that was my first experience with Dumsor. I said, what is this? Right? So if that was my first time, I would have been thrown off and been like, forget it. Because a lot of people that go to the motherland for the first time or Ghana, they go out with a certain expectation, and something as small as, well, to me, Dumsor is not as big as it was the first time, but something like Dumsor can shut some folks. I am stuttering like crazy. Something like Dumsor can shut people down and mess up their experience, and they return to the States or the UK and start making videos of how whack it is and blah 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 blah. But if you just plan it accordingly, you won't have to, and you already know that's going to happen. It won't impact your trip, and then you won't go back to the States talking masa about where you came from. Okay. Number 2, embrace the local lifestyle. I always carry a solar charger for my cell phone. Look at it. Oh, no, that's the next point. You're VW, you're already ahead of me. Embrace the local lifestyle. So during Doomsor, go out, right? If where you're staying doesn't have a generator and you're literally, it's a blackout, go and walk the streets, right? Street markets, engage with the locals, culture activities that doesn't include electricity. Folks, go and embrace the culture. Just go out, right? So when I learned about Doomsor, my second trip, the house help, we just walked. We went out and walked, and I saw, businesses going per usual. People were just living their lives, right? I got to talk to people, get to know people. The guy, like I said, let me stay in his business to charge my phone. I ended up talking to him. Found out that he's an entrepreneur. He started his own cell phone repair company. And so I'm just sitting here talking to him. I'm like, oh, okay. And so I got to know someone else, right? Then the business next to it, I needed a charger. And so I bought a charger and I ended up talking to them. So now, what? I'm engaged. I'm building relationships, learning about the culture, travel sustainability by supporting local businesses, eating local, and representing cultural norms. BW, did you read my blog? Because you all over my points. Oh, by the way, the information that I'm talking about is on my blog, on my website. So let me show you that before I continue, because BW is just blasting all my points. Where is it? So this is what I'm talking about. You can go to my website, vision-reality.com, navigating Dumsor, 5 ways to enjoy Ghana without compromising your experience. So if you can't stay for the whole live or whatever, you can go to my website and read it in type form. So yes, just like BW said, embrace the local lifestyle, because Dumsor is a regular thing. To us, it's not regular, and especially when you're in the States. We get notified. We get letters in the mail. We get told, okay? But in Ghana and other parts of the motherland, it's a regular thing. So if you're in your hotel or in your Airbnb and everything shuts down, go walk the streets. Go to street markets. Talk to the local people and get a more authentic, hospitable experience. I almost got locked out of my hotel on the second trip. It was a place with electric room doors. Ooh, I got into the room, and not exaggerating, 3 seconds after I opened the door, power gone for the night. Can you imagine? Oh my gosh. What if you're in the elevator? See? Ooh, anxiety. What if you're in the elevator? That's too much, right? But if you know about Dumsor beforehand and that happens to you, and you're a visitor and you're a tourist, wouldn't you be less mad or less scared? Just saying. This life is so good. Like I'm getting hyped, and it's my life, and I know what I'm about to say. But it's because it's good information that I wish I knew. Because if BCB, that's scary. But did your hotel, was it a hotel? Yeah. Did your hotel have a generator? Because in that case, if they had a backup generators and it goes out, and if you're in an elevator, or you can't get in, at least give it some time. Once the generators check in, you can either get out the elevator or get into your hotel room. I was at Palace Mall in East Legon and just walking the mall and the power went out. I was like, ooh. But they had backup generators and everything just came on. I mean, it didn't even last. The blackout didn't even last 10 seconds, to be honest. Right? Because they know it's a regular part of life. It is a regular part of life out there. So know that. So when it happens, you don't have to worry about it. Okay, so embrace the local culture and lifestyle. Lights go off. Go out and walk the streets and get to know people. Okay. That's such a cute point? Oh, embrace. Okay, point number 3. BW already hit it on the head. Pack essential items. Flashlight, headlamp. Now, I've never seen anyone with a headlamp in Ghana when I was out there. But flashlight, power bank, right? Because when I didn't know about Dumsor, I couldn't charge my laptop or my phone. That's why I had to sit in the owner's car and charge my phone. Even that took forever, to the point to where I had to go and find somewhere else to charge my phone. So your own power banks, right? Battery operated fans. Some of you guys that, you have your own personal summers, you need operated fans, battery charged. Reusable water bottle, all right? Non-perishable snacks, folks. I like to eat, right? And if Doomsor happens and electricity goes out, and my food spoils, can you imagine? I must have my non-perishables. I need solar. Yes. Solar is how I survived in this here place. Let me show you. For those that don't know. Oh, where's my picture? Is it gone? Oh, no, it's right here. Folks, I had solar panels. That's how I survived in the coconut hut. That was my source of light. And it wasn't even solar panels that saved energy. I could only use it during the day. So what did I do at night? I had a flashlight. I made sure my phone was charged, and I just edited videos until I fell asleep. See, strategy. But I'm sure none of you guys are going to Deti December to live in a coconut hut. Okay, so you don't have to worry about that. But solar, if you get solar panels or something that saves the energy from the sun, boom, no worries. You'll always have light. Let there be light. Okay, so flashlights, headlamp, power bank, battery operated fans, reusable water bottle, and non-perishable snacks. Because folks, you need to eat. Now, folks, if your trip is curated, you don't have to worry about any of this. It's already planned for you. You just gotta just show up. Okay. So when the trip is curated, you pay for someone else to handle this. But for those that watch this and you are solo independent travelers, this is what you need to do. This is what you need to know. Okay. Moving on, point number 4, making good time. This is important. Support local businesses, okay? Opt in. Local eateries. I can't believe you lived in that hut. I can, all right? No, honestly, till this day, I'm shocked. Folks, if you don't know, I have an extremist personality. And when I decide to do something, you might as well. The only way you can stop me from doing it is a freight train, literally and figuratively. Folks, I don't know what's up with my tongue today. Yeah, figuratively, mostly a freight train. And I've had some freight train experiences to where I said, "Ooh, turning around, change of plans," right? But if I'm not stopped by a figurative freight train, I keep on going until it's done. You hear me? For those who've been hanging out with me for a while, you already know. Until it is complete and my assignment is complete, I don't let loose. What they call it, lock jaw. Is it lock jaw when a dog grips? I think a pit bull. They say when a pit bull grabs you and the jaw is locked, it's nearly impossible to get him to undo his jaw. Folks, that's me. I'll lock my jaw. I'll lock in. My jaw locks, and you don't have to sever my neck to get. Okay, that's a little extra. What was the name of that little critter living in the hut? The I called it a mouse liexard. It looked like a mouse lizard. What was the third one? Mouse lizard. Mouse liexard. Oh my god, I forgot what I named it. A mouse lizard. What is the R? Maybe the mouse liexard, because it looked like three creatures in one. Chupacabra. That's another name for it was a chupacabra, right? It was literally three animals in one. Folks, you got to watch that series to know what I'm talking about. I need to bring some of those videos back and just repurpose them because it was a mess. It was in my toilet, folks. For those that are new that don't know the story, it was in my toilet for days, and I didn't know what I was sitting on it. Until one day I just happened to turn around and look, and I saw the tail. Flashbacks. I saw the tail. I was like, what? So I put the top down. I put my water on top of it, and I went back to sleep. And I said, I'm not going to deal with this right now. I went to sleep. I woke up scared. And I said, but I got to use it. That morning bathroom pee, you got to do it. You can't hold on. So I went. Folks, that's when they try to get out. And I said, well, I need help. Get that thing out, and I'm going to Accra. And I left, and I went to Accra, and I said, I need a break, right? Because, folks, I'm a city girl, right? And I don't know what was in my mind trying to go and live like that. But I did it. It was a goal because I wanted to experience what it is I wanted to get as close as possible to the experience of my ancestors. So that was really the motivation of the coconut hut living. And then secondly, it was so affordable, right? Instead of saving up to pay for the Airbnbs, I was like, well, shoot, build me a coconut hut. Thank you, community. And I can come to Ghana earlier and stay longer. Because, folks, that coconut hut was $300. Yeah, you guys got to go and watch. If you haven't watched it, people are telling me it was like prime time TV for them. Because it was so crazy. Like is it primal? Is it primal even? I don't think that's the right word for it. But it was just simple as you can get. I didn't have refrigeration, right? All my food there were whole foods, a whole pineapple. What else did I have? Ground nuts, what we call peanuts in the States. I had my Volta water, right? I try to avoid using plastic. But just like Dumsor, electricity outages, there was water outages. So I ended up having to buy plastic, but it was cool. And yeah, that was my coconut hut experience. So living in a coconut, it didn't matter about the electricity because I was already living without it. I was literally living according to the sun. Folks, why did I do that? To this day, I'm still shocked. Okay, so support local businesses. Yes, Dumsor happens. You don't have to go to. Most of them are foreigners, anyways. The malls, right? They're either Lebanese or Chinese owners. ANC Mall is Ghanaian owned, so definitely go to ANC Mall. But for the most part, if there's a Dumsor and they don't have generators, folks, go to the local businesses, right? And on top of that, the local businesses, they have challenges with Dumsor too, because that's how their business operates. So go there and support them, right? And just go through Dumsor together, right? The local community, just support them, okay? Contribute to the economy, right? And have an authentic experience and get the hospitality of locals and eat their food as well, right? There's one thing, maybe it's just me, but when I first started going to the motherland, I said the first even when I scheduled my first trip to Ghana, it had to be all local support. So I'm just like, why would I go to the motherland and still support European businesses? It just didn't make sense to me, right? Now, if you're a tour company, you're bringing people, like you got to cater to the people, but if you're an independent traveler, which I have a blog on that too, you can visit my website for that. If you're an independent traveler, yeah, go local. There's a reason I brought that up. My first trip, it was in a boutique hotel. I don't know if they're still in business. Winford Boutique Hotel. It was in Achimota. When I first went to Ghana, I stayed in Achimota. I just remember that right now. So yeah, and support the local community because they're going through it too. And then you'll have an authentic experience with the locals. Folks, when you go to the motherland, I mean, don't expect it to be like going to Dubai or Paris, right? You go with an open mind because it's a different culture, it's a different lifestyle. So maybe Dumsor is a good thing for some tourists, so you can see what real life is like out there. You never know who you meet. You might meet your wife, like BCB. You guys know BCB got a whole wife, okay, from his journey. And I can't wait to share his story with you guys. We can't do it. We got to do it in orderly and in fashion because I want the wife on the stream too. But when that happens, folks, you're not going to be ready for what we're about to bring you. So good. But yeah, you never know. I heard people go to Ghana looking for partnership. Maybe Doomsor is going to force you to go out in the streets and meet your boo thing. Just saying. You never know. Okay, last point, number 5. Are you guys still hanging with me? All is good? Okay. Stay positive and flexible. Okay. Oh, I spelled flexible wrong. A flexible mindset to understand power outages are a part of reality. It's the part of reality in Ghana. It is what it is. So instead of like complaining about it, understand it. It's the way of life out there. And you complaining is not going to help it. Especially if you're already there. There's no even reason to complain. After watching this live, you'll be well equipped, right? Take these 5 points, and when your feet hit Ghana, you'll be fine. I'm going to convince her to do a coconut hut too. Folks, people told me there's some Ghanaians that would have never even did what I did. That was such good content. Yes, BCB, I remember. I remember you putting in the comments when I said chupacabra, and then that movie came out about chupacabra and about Mexico. Oh my gosh, it was funny. I think we just laughed at that. But yes, folks, keep a flexible mind, right? Doomsor is a regular thing. It's the way of life out there. And this goopy crab crawling around the place, folks. I had a man crab. A man crab. Because first of all, you got in my coconut hut. And then you were manly crab, okay, to dig a hole to get out on the other side of my coconut hut. So now you're strategic. I can't deal with creatures that are smart. I had to get out. And thank goodness my neighbors let me sleep in their guest room because that night I was spent. I just got done with the wall at the Gamoa Fetaland, and I came back. It was night and I'm tired. And a man crab just took over my coconut hut. I said, no, get me out of here. Get me out. But yes, I think I had three crabs. But that one crab that created his own escape, I said, oh, I got to get out. I got to get out. Learn the Ashanti history in Kumasi. Regarding what, BW? Dumsor? Or the, I think, wasn't it the main queen in Kumasi? Well, I know the Ashanti people, aren't they like what Accra is right now? Ashanti was. Kumasi was. That I do know. Yeah, so I think Kumasi used to be the capital until they made Accra the capital. Is that what you're referencing? I think. Okay, folks, let's go through the points. Once again, this is from my blog. You can go to my website. Okay, that's what you're talking about? Yeah. See, guys, I know a little something, something. You can go to my blog. Let me put that up there real quick. You can get my blog on the website. But let's go over all 5 points. And then I'm going to end with my little personal story, question and answers, and we are done with this live. So point one, plan ahead. And I suggest you hire a curated trip. Cape Coast was the previous capital. Oh, then what was Kumasi the capital before Cape Coast? I thought, the Ashanti people were like the majority of the people. I could be wrong. Okay. I love you. I love your Coconut Hut series. I watched every video. Thank you, GC. Thank you. Thank you. That was an experience. That changed my life. And I literally adapted to the Coconut Hut life like 2 days before I left. So it took me about 33 days to adapt to it, to the point to where I could go to sleep without waking up like at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, to where the water didn't wake me up. And I could have, by the time I got over my fear of spiders, the fear of the command crabs, and the chupacabra was taken out, folks, I was good. I had my little net, so I didn't have to worry about creatures falling on me when I was asleep. That net that the community provided me, it was all I needed. Because now if a chupacabra fall from the ceiling, I'll wake up and they'll just be looking at me. I'm gonna be looking at it. I'm like, you didn't touch me though. No, just the Ashanti Kingdom capital is in Kumasi Palace. Oh, okay. Clarity. See, BCB. And you knew this before your wife, I think, because you're on it. Okay. Point number 1, plan ahead of time. I suggest you get a company to curate your trip so you don't have to worry about any of this, because they already know about water outages and power outages. The link is in the description box. And know your travel personality. If you're like me and you're just like an open traveler and you know how to move with Dumsor and water outages, and you're willing to, live in coconut huts and all that stuff, then, learn your travel personality, because you don't want to go with a coconut hut budget but expect a 5-star experience, right? Know your travel personality, and I have made a quiz for you. So in the description box, you can take the quiz, find out your travel personality, and travel according to your style. If you're bougie and you can't go without electricity, but you don't know about Dumsor, and you go and you pick a hotel or somewhere that don't have a generator, your Airbnb, there goes your whole vacation. And now you're mad at Ghana when you don't need to be mad at Ghana. What did Ghana do? Dumsor is just a part of the way of life. But if you're a bougie traveler, but you're not planning according to your bouginess, you're going to be mad. You're going to be mad. So know your travel personality. The link is in the description box. You take it and you plan your trips accordingly. Folks, I wish I had this before my journey, but it's okay because now you guys have it. Point number 2, embrace the local lifestyle. Go out there and talk to people, okay? Blackout happens. Guess what? It's part of the lifestyle. It's a regular thing. Meet new people. Now you can take advantage of the culture and get an authentic experience. Number 3, pack essential items. Power packs, flashlights, power bank. That's what I meant. And for you guys to have your, personal summers, you need that battery fan, okay? Reusable water bottle. I had that. And non-perishable snack, because y'all know y'all like to eat. And if there's a Dumsor that lasts a little longer than it should have, you're going to be mad. But now you won't, because you know what to do. Okay? Number 4, Support local businesses during Dumsor as well, because they are struggling too. It's a challenge for everybody. And last but not least, stay positive, flexible mindset. Just be ready to just absorb it all in. Dumsor should not ruin your experience, especially if you're going for the first time in Ghana, especially during Dirty December. So, folks, I know we all have our Dumsor stories. I don't know. Should I tell my Dumsor story? I kind of, you know what, I am, because I have some points to make. I have some points to make. Let me talk about my points. So, folks, I'm about to tell you my whole, very quickly, I'm not going to take long, my whole journey. Let me get this off. So, the first trip when I went to Ghana, it was a trip for real. Like, it was 9 days. I stayed in Achimota at the Winford Boutique Hotel, Ghanaian owned, and I didn't experience Dumsor. So, mind you, I have no clue about Dumsor at all. Dumsor is tree, meaning dumb off, soar on. Thank you, Kwame Ghana. Is your first time here, Kwame Ghana? First time I'm saying your name. So I didn't experience Dumsor. So it was just, yeah, it was fine. The hotel, the power didn't go out, and I just had my other experience. Save that for another day. But Dumsor was not an issue. Now, my second trip, folks, question. Question for you guys. What, after you visit, if you're thinking about repatriating or doing business or buying land or anything like that, what's first? Right? You visit, then you do what? Bless me. Let me know that you've been listening to me all this time. Your first is visit. After your visit, what's the next V? It starts with a V. What's the next V word? And I actually gave you the answer if you're looking at the screen. You visit first, right? After your visit, what's the next step if you're looking to repatriate or buy land or do business? It's another V word. Because we talked about this questions you need to ask yourself. I think we covered this a while ago, but like I went over it a lot. Because, folks, my first visit, I knew that I wasn't going to permanently live in Ghana after my first visit. Now, my second V word, was it the second trip? No. By the time my third trip, I knew that I wasn't going to repatriate. And so by the time the 6-month mark, I knew. But if I didn't go and live there and stay there and go for visualize, not visualize. Let's meditate. Nope, not visualization. After your first visit, then you go on a Oh, maybe I didn't teach it well. But it was a long time ago, so maybe you guys forgot. But I've said you visit first, then you go on a long-term stay. What's another word for the long-term stay? Maybe that'll help you out. What's another term for a long-term stay? Because my first trip was literally a vacation. It was my birthday, so it was basically a birthday present to myself. And so I did the tourist thing. I saw a couple of pieces of land, but I didn't buy land on my first visit. But the first visit was more like touring and seeing all the tourist spots, Cape Coast, the dungeon, what's that thing? You walk between the trees. One day I'm gonna remember this word. Cocoon. Starts with a K. So I did, all the tourist stuff. Yes, a voyage. So first trip was a vacation. Second trip was a voyage because now I'm looking for land, right? So I went to Ghana. The second time I went, I stayed in East Legon. And that was the first time I stayed in East Legon. And that's when I learned about Dumsor, staying at that mansion, big old huge house. And by this time now I'm learning how to take what? bucket baths. I'm taking bucket baths now because there's no electricity, right? So I stayed there for a while. My second trip, I think I stayed in Ghana for like a month and a half. So now your girl, bucket baths, boom, boom, because no electricity can't pump, the water into the shower head for it to fall. Identify what truly matters to you and work towards it. So I'm learning bucket baths now. And then after that, I said, I got to get out of here. And then I went to Nima. I stayed at Mama Mina's place. I have a video with her too. Now I'm learning how to wash my clothes with my hand, right? Because some of us never had to do that, okay? So now Mama Mina is teaching me how to wash my clothes with my hand after I left the mansion. I said, And so when I stayed at this Airbnb and I said, do you guys have issues with Dumsor? They said no, because we are around the corner from the president's house. And so he was saying, when you live close like that to the president, you rarely get outages. And so I stayed there for, I think, 2 weeks, and there was not one outage. But that house in East Lagon, my, I had to get out. I'm like, I need to exit. And then after I stayed in Nima at the house that was close to the president's house, there was no power outages, no nothing. So I'm like, okay, from now on, I'm only staying at places with generators, okay? My third trip was another voyage, a long-term stay, generator only. Folks, I don't stay anywhere without a generator now. No generator, no money for me. So my third trip, went back to East Lagon, had a generator, and I stayed there for 3 months. I said, nope, unplanned. And I stayed there for 3 months. The power went out. She had the generator. She had the gas for it. Boom, boom. It was all good. Because I don't mind the power going out. It's when it's out for days that I can't do. So she had a generator. No issues from then on. I stayed in East Lagon by Palace Mall. Yes. And I think it was called Airport Suites. I mean, the area, Airport Suites. Fourth trip. This is the fourth trip, folks. You guys know this trip. The fourth trip I stayed for 3 months as well. Dumsor didn't matter. Dumsor didn't matter here, folks. Because what? I'm living on the land bare. I had solar panels on the roof, and Dumsor no longer mattered. So the strategy for the coconut hut life was the solar panels, and then I would charge my phone and a power bank at my neighbor's house. When night came, my phone was fully charged, so I could just edit. And then someone from the Small But Mighty crew bought me a light. They're like, we're scared for you. We're scared for you living in this coconut hut, so use this light, please. And so they actually came from the States and visited and brought me a light. It was my neighbor. I had a portable shower from Amazon. What? A portable shower? How? How do you do that? You have to fill it. How do you do that? BCB, you have to send me a picture of that. Took my first bucket bath this summer. Where were you at in Ghana with your bucket bath? I'm telling you, folks, the bucket bath, I'm a pro now. I can live anywhere. I can literally live anywhere now. Give me 2 buckets, and make sure I'm warm, and give me some like solid whole foods. I'm good. Well, how do I know this? Because I already did it. I've already done it, folks. Took my first bucket bath in the summer. What city were you in? So yeah, folks, my fourth trip, it didn't matter because I lived in the coconut hut, and Dumsor no longer existed for me. Koforidua. Where is that? Is that in Greater Accra or Central Region? Koforidua. I've never heard of that city. Okay. So the coconut hut, that's Salt Pond. So now I'm living in Salt Pond for months. But Dumsor wasn't an issue because I'm in a coconut hut. Water from the well, dump that ish on me. There's a time where I had to go at the beachfront property. I went to the beach. to fill up a pail to flush my toilet. Because folks, I need a picture of that. In my coconut hut, I had a toilet that donated from the community. Thank you. But I had to put water in it to flush it. So, a couple of days was going by, and I had a little something in the toilet. I said, "Well, this can't stay here. My little feces can't stay here." So, took my little bucket, went to the beach, filled it up, walked back, and just poured it in the toilet, and that's how I got out. Oh, Eastern region. Never been to Eastern. What's local owned, Black owned? How can we find out? With influx of foreign owned businesses in Ghana, supporting Black owned businesses in Ghana is important. It's very important. I'm going to tell you, there's not a lot. If you want convenience, most likely it's foreign owned. Because my first trip, I stayed 3 months. I had to live off my credit card, right? My corporate credit card. And so the only place I could go was Palace Mall. So Palace Mall is everywhere. That's Lebanese. Malcolm, I think that's Indian owned. Basically, Michelle, anything on the street, anything, yeah. There's very few. And Google, what I did, I just Googled the businesses and went to see who the owners were, and most of them were foreigners. That's what I recommend you say. And it was tough, because when I tried to use my credit card, I wanted to support the local businesses. I couldn't, because it was all cash. So most likely, if you're using your card or any type of like modern form of paying for things, it's foreign owned. A lot of owners from South Africa, white South African. Just Google it. When you're there, Google, and it'll be there. So that's what I did, because I purposely wanted to support the local community, but it got to the point where I'm just like, well, I don't have cash. So whoever takes cards is getting my money. And that's what that, and now, I'm not going to say that, but yeah. So yes, Google. Black Wolf solar portable shower bag, 5 gallons, solar heating outdoor camping shower bag with on-off switch shower, head and removable hose suitable for camping, hiking, traveling, and beach swimming. What? Well, see, the community built a shower for me. So, folks, I had water. So I have city water on my land. So I went through that whole process. So they did make a shower head for me, so I didn't have to worry about that. But still, if I didn't have that, Black Wolf, that would have been the solution. I didn't even know that existed. That must be a lot of, like, is it portable where you can just break it down and like put it in a big backpack, or it's kind of like a huge thing that you have to carry everywhere you go? What? That's good. What was I talking about? Oh, my story. So my 4th trip, I'm in the hut. So Dumsor no longer matters. Now, this is where unity through community comes in, because my 5th trip, now by this time, folks, I've built relationships. I've met people either through my YouTube page or just, walking the streets. When I stay at my Airbnbs, I build a relationship to the Airbnb. She's asking for a link to the tool. See, BW, what you need to do, get an affiliate link. So when people get your link and they buy, you get a percentage of the sale, a referral sale. See, ooh, do it. Where did I stay my 5th trip? What city was that? Tema. So by this time, folks, I don't pay to stay in Ghana anymore. Thank God. The Small but Mighty crew, you guys take care of me really well, and I appreciate it. And that's from just being transparent, being honest, being open, having a flexible mind, being willing to meet the people, meet the community, live like them, right? So that created a big opportunity for people to trust me, basically. And so now, yeah, I don't pay to stay in Ghana anymore. It's just that flight. If I can get someone to pay for my flights, that would be ideal. But once I get there, everything's taken care of for me. So my 4th trip, stayed in Tema. She had a generator, didn't have to worry about it. But my 6th trip, stayed in Dome, Kwabenya. They had a borehole, didn't have any electricity outages. The internet was weak, but besides that, didn't have any issues with that. Because now I'm living with the community fully. Since my 4th trip, I haven't had to stay in Airbnbs. I'm staying at people's houses now. But that's because what? I visited first. I took several voyages. Folks, I lived in Ghana for 10 months collectively. 10 months, that's almost a year living in a different country, right? So by that time, if you haven't built relationships with people, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're doing. So visit first, take a voyage. By the time you get to 6 month mark, you'll know if you want to repatriate or not. That's just based off my experience. Yeah. What else? I think that's all I wanted to share with you guys. 10 months of living in Ghana. We have the small but mighty crew now. Now don't worry about Dumsor. But for you guys that are heading, I know what I want to do. I wanted to share the schedule with you guys. Anybody have Dumsor stories they want to share? Because I know BCB, we know your story. My goodness, someone got locked out your hotel. That's scary. I just hope I never want to be in an elevator with that happening. So those that are heading out to Ghana this week or next week, here's a schedule. If you don't know yet, here's one place of events. Aquaba, UK. So all the UK people, I guess you guys got a plug, December 24th through January 25th. Take a picture of this because I don't have any links to it. So yeah, take pictures. But I think this one is the big one here. Polo Beach, week 1. Take pictures, get the number. I don't have links, so if you don't know the schedule, here's the schedule for December, week 1 at the Polo Beach Club. Week 2, Afrofuture. I know that's a big thing. Afrofuture Cultural Beach Jam. You definitely want to be there. I actually did a video. What was it called? A reaction video to the owner of Afrofuture that premiered yesterday. Actually, with my I connected Maya Angelou and the beginning of festivals when it comes to the diaspora in the States and in Ghana coming together as one. Okay, so this is the schedule for week 2 and week 3. There's a schedule for week 3. And folks, the chances of encountering Dumsor is very high, right? Because it's going to be a lot of people. It's going to be next level. And electricity most likely will go out. Most likely will. Okay, folks, I think that's all I wanted to talk about. Yes, take the quiz. I strongly encourage you to take the quiz. The link is in the description box. If you want to plan your curated trip, link in the description box. What else? That's it, folks. Question and answer time. If you have any questions for me, go ahead and put it in the chat. If not, we are done here. Until next week. What else? Yeah, that's it. Any questions? Because that's where we're at now. Any questions? I'm actually going to look into that shower situation. And BW, get a link before I get a link. Because once I get a link, I'll be like, this is the link. Buy my link. Oh. All network data. Uh-oh, someone trying to sell something. It's so funny. Well, you know what? Since he did that, I guess I should bust out mine. If you want to travel, I strongly, and you don't know like your SIM card situation, I have a link to help you with your SIM card. First Marketplace for prepaid eSIM plus 200 destination. Thank you, Tindo, for reminding me that I had this. I have an affiliate with SIM options. So sorry, Tindo. We're not going to use your service. We're going to do SIM options. So if you're looking for options for SIM cards or whatever, and you're international, yes, I have a link for that. Woo-woo. Great information as always. I'll send you the link. Yes, get an affiliate link so you can get some molala. Might as well. You talked about it, right? Get some credit. Get the credit for it. eSIM options. Email me if you want the link for that. It's not in my description box because I didn't think about that until Tindo did it. Basically just a big camelback type thing. You just empty it and roll it up to move. Okay. I know that came in handy. Especially if you want to do like the Coconut Life series. You want to do your own Coconut Life series? Get one of those. Thoughts on Ghana's election outcome. Oh, so you guys did want to talk about it. We started with that, and now we're going to end with it. Thoughts on Ghana's election outcome. Looks like it mirrored the American election. Party in power was voted out in favor of a former president. Bad economy was the number one election issue. So my thoughts on that personally, I'm not affected because I'm not there. I'm not there. I'm not a Ghanaian citizen. I might be affected if it has something to do with, Cape Coast Lands Commission, because I'm at the end. I was talking to someone today. They're like, we have a new president. What about your deed? I said, will that impact my deed? Like, that will be, now see, then I'll have to become the beast that I don't want to become, because that would be very upsetting for me if the new president has an effect on getting my deed at the Cape Coast Lands Commission. Ooh, I don't know who I'm going to become, guys. I don't know who I'm going to become. It could definitely do that coconut hut feel. I would just cook those crabs for dinner. See, at that time I was vegan, so I wasn't gonna. There's no way I was gonna eat those things. No way. Yeah, it's purposely placed after our election. Yeah, that's on purpose. Party in power was voted out in favor of a former president. Bad economy was the number one election issue. We did a live stream about the volatility of the Ghanaian CD and the almost $3 billion loan that Ghana took from the IMF, which the Ghana president took that loan out after telling his people he wasn't going to take it out, and then he took it out, right? So that kind of tells you who's in control of what, okay? So, yeah, pro-woman, I don't know if you saw that live stream, but folks, I'll be upset too. Wait, stop the press. I'd be upset too if the volatility of if I was Ghanaian and my source of income was based on the CD. I started eating meat March of this year. Yeah. I started eating meat, this March. But when it comes to, folks, when you have the foreign dollar, it's good for us. It's good for the foreigner, especially if you have the euro or the dollar. It's good. So it kind of doesn't matter who's in the presidency, because we're coming with a stronger currency. And I just got to be honest, like, the higher the CD goes, the better it is for the foreigner. And of course, it's not good for the local, but folks, if the strategy is to get investors to come and invest, we need to go. And when you go, invest in the local community. I think it was like 2 out of the 5 points was support the local community. We're coming with a stronger currency. In my mind, when I first went to the motherland, I was like, there's no way I'm going over there to still give to the European structure. Like, there's no way. Now, when it was unplanned, I had to use my credit card, then they got my money. But when I have cash, I'm going to the locals. He's running, mate is a woman. Is or was. But yeah, so per woman, that's my take on that. It doesn't matter who's in presidency. It's really about the currency, to be honest. And the worse the currency does, the better it is for us, the foreigner. But that's why when we go, we got to invest in the local economy. Because what other way is there? Right? That's the only way that we are in control and contributing back. Excellent question, Pearl Woman. Any other questions? Are we good? Good. Now we can have a proper meal one day. What is it? What is it? When I started eating meat, literally people in my family started rejoicing. Like, I'm not over exaggerating. They're like, yeah, I literally shouted. I said, what is it? Someone tell me what it is. And my cousin was like, now we can actually eat with you and sup. And I'm like, well, that's what we did previously. They're like, it's just not the same. And yeah, eating with family is a big part of, our culture and other cultures. And so I guess having a salad while someone else has a burger, does it make the other person feel bad? I don't know. I didn't see any issues with it, but yeah. Now when we go out and eat, we can have whatever. I guess convenience too, because people are like, oh, we gotta think about Leslie and her vegan ways. I was like, no, you don't. Just eat and I'll find something. But I guess the convenience, that's what it is for sure. All right, folks. That's it. Is that it? That is it for me. And let me say my thank yous. Thanks for watching, Small but Mighty Crew. Things are going to change for the better. Leslie will be back. She would say, I told her so. so okay, you want to put money on it, cuz? All right. Will I be back? So you want to buy my ticket? I will leave tomorrow if you buy my ticket. No, that's a lie, folks. I got a regular job now, so I can't just up and leave like I used to. New season. Hello, new season. Which is why I got my glasses. I'm staring at a computer screen all day, so I had to get glasses for that. Good vibes, good vibes, good vibes. But Sel, if you want to coordinate on a vacation and buy my ticket, I will be back in Ghana, folks. I won't be spending my own money. Let me tell you, those days is over. Okay, folks, just talking now. Thank you for hanging with me. Till next time. And hopefully next week I'll have a surprise for you guys. I'm working on it. And we'll see. All right, folks. Thank you. Black Wolf, Sel, Per Woman, BCB, Diguoluola. I've never seen that name. No, Sel. Sorry, Sel. Yes, Mahama was a former president of Ghana. Is a NNP party. People felt life was better under him. Didn't want to vote the vice president in the continued things as usual. When I first went to Ghana in November 2020, that's when the previous president was just got into office. So I came in as Muhammad literally just left. Bye and hugs. On that note, we'll end. Okay, guys, appreciate you. Till next week. Bye-bye.